Yo, 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 what's going on, my people? It's your girl, Ryder Creator, coming back with another one. So, peace to everybody. I hope everybody is feeling great today. For the people that worked hard all week, hopefully this is your first day off. You know, the people that get up Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Relax. This is your first day off. You made it through the week and kick your feet up and do you. So, so I'm coming today. I really should have named this one of the this week on the internet shows, but I just wanted to talk about everything that happened. So first, I want to start off. Um, it's two different things I really want to dive into because I've been saying one of these things for a long, long time, and because something surfaced this week about this person, now I can actually reiterate it and say why and stretch out everything that I feel a way about. So, okay. So, so, um, I would like to first start with how about the prosecution for Halyna Hutchins, justice for Halyna Hutchins case? Um, the case against Alec Baldwin, how about they dropped the ball? How about they effed up royally? How about, but let me say this. I truly believe that the defense was an evil genius. He laid this foundation months ago. I mean, months ago, or it might have been years ago. Didn't they say in 2021? It might have been years ago. So the reason why I say that is because he told this man, I don't understand how this can happen, but look, I blame everybody that effed up because it wasn't just the prosecution, it was everybody all the way around. But I feel like the prosecution got too ahead of herself and thought she was untouchable. She should have actually dropped this case. She should have dismissed it or tried to make a move to dismiss this without prejudice so she could actually come back and retry it when she dotted all her I's and crossed all her T's. That's what I believe she should have done. But she didn't do that. She tried to skate over that. She thought she had finessed the judge into seeing her side, but I don't think the judge ever was seeing her side. I just feel like she finessed her for the time being in the preliminary hearing, because I could tell from the very first day in the preliminary hearing where Alec Baldwin's lawyer was going with it. He said, "Your Honor, she suppressed evidence from us, or she." What did he say? He said she hid documents from us that we should have been something, or I don't know if it was documents or evidence, but I just know he said something of that nature in the preliminary hearing. And the judge, like, the girl rebutted it. Excuse me for hitting the screen, but the girl rebutted it. The prosecution girl, the one with the blonde hair, who I never liked her. I never liked her, and I never liked Alec Baldwin's lawyer. Something about both of them, they just irked my soul. Both of them, like the woman with the blonde hair, she annoyed me so bad I put her on mute because I could not talk with her. I don't know, she just annoyed me. Same way he annoyed me, but yeah, she annoyed me. So anyway, I guess it's because I knew she was going to be a problem. I don't know. That could have been my spiritual power talking. I don't know. But anyway, from the very beginning, I could tell that the lawyer was going to send this trial. He was trying to get a dismissal, period, from day one. When she seen that and what he said was the reason, if you knew you did this, you should have tried to move to drop the case or dismiss the case or something without prejudice or something. You should have tried to do that in the preliminary because he told you his game plan in day one. But she was so cocky, she thought she finessed the judge and that it was just going to be, graced over. But what he did with Alec Baldwin, which was a very smart move, he got another lawyer. I don't know if he had a defense team, Alec Baldwin, but I don't know if he had a defense team, But this Spiral guy, that's the one who got his motion to dismiss in the preliminary hearing denied. Now, when it was into the trial, probably about day 2 or day 3 into the trial, the actual trial, um, what was I about to say about that? So this probably was um, then he got another lawyer, a seasoned lawyer, who I feel like is better with words and knows how to talk to people. That's the reason why I don't like Alec Baldwin's lawyer, the Spiral guy. It's because I don't know. My first reaction was to say he a DOUCHE bag, honey. That's how I felt about him. He just rubbed me the wrong way. I just didn't like him at all. He started off his arguments with showing a movie clip from Rust or from one of his movies. Like it would just team too much. And I didn't like him from the beginning. And he's just very I don't know. His personality just rubbed me the wrong way. And that's the same reason why I didn't like the other lawyer, because her personality rubbed me the wrong way. But I was disgusted to know that after all of this time, we're supposed to be getting justice for Halyna Hutchins. And now her mom gets no justice in this case. The case was dismissed with prejudice, which means they cannot come back and try the case. So Alec Baldwin got off scot-free. Now, I don't know if y'all remember when I was talking about this case, right? Now, I need to start saying if all goes according to plan when I start, saying, oh, what's going to happen? Because nobody could have predicted that the prosecution was going to fumble the bag that bad. Now, I did know that that man was moving for a dismissal, but I didn't know that he was going to be able to be successful because of the massive F-ups that the prosecution had done. So anyway, so that's how I feel about that. It really hurt my heart and hurt my soul to see Halyna Hutchins' mom. Like when when the judge was trying to decide on it, her mom was just crying. It just hurt my heart. I could see her crying because let's just say the camera was on Alec Baldwin. I don't know if it was on Alec Baldwin. I just know whoever was on right behind them was Halyna's mom crying her eyes out. And I just felt so bad for her because all she wanted is justice for her child. It ain't about no money for her. She don't have her child. Her children's her children don't have a mother anymore. This man lost his wife. Like she was a significant part of a family and a community that loved her. And just because this fool was goofing off, now she go. And remember, I said so. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tooting my own horn, but just to run that back again. If you look at the first one I did on Halyna Hutchins' case, I said that Halyna told me that he need to pay, that she want him to pay, and that because I told y'all that she said this a long time ago. I mean, maybe 2 years ago. So every time I would say something where I feel like I'm getting into the legal jargon of it all, she would say no. She think he need to pay because um, he was goofing off. He was like playing around, goofing off. And then I was just watching an interview today. Wait a minute, 1 second. So I was just watching the interview today, and the other lawyer that one lawyer walked away and never came back. In my personal opinion, I mean, yes, it could have been her ethics, but I'm not sure that it was her ethics. I just think she was like, I'm not going down with this sinking ship. I'm not gonna let this woman ruin my career in her attempt to try to save her. And that's what I think she did. As she should, though. You got to think about yourself in situations like that. So she said it's because of her moral high ground, but I don't really think that's what happened. But I can't remember the person who um, fumbled the case. Her last name is Morrissey. That's all I do know. Her last name is Morrissey. I can't remember what's her first name. But I just know she fumbled the case, lost the whole case. And in the beginning, before, I don't know, it might have been the day of the preliminary hearings, maybe the next day, I'm not sure. But I said that Halyna told me 2 years ago that um, she feel like Alex should be held accountable because he was being very irresponsible, being a goof off. He was goofing off, playing cowboy and Indians and all this stuff, playing around with this gun. And then I literally started demonstrating of what I thought happened. I said he was like coming up like, gotcha, like pulling out his gun. So I'm like, gotcha, this and that and all this, and and playing around like he pulling the trigger, like with the crew members, not the people that's supposed to be acting in the movie. If that was the case, then there would be one thing. But these are the people recording the movie. These are people that's not in the movie. They in the background. And he running around having somebody playing his target and all this. That man could have died too. So I just, it's just sad that Halyna's mom had to sit through 3 days or 2 days of absolute BS for no reason for the case to be thrown out. It's so sad. So I had to say something about that. And I'm sorry. You hear the ancestors is pissed off. So you hear that. They've been going off the whole time. I didn't even realize it until my arm started stinging. They tear me up. Look. So anyway, is there anything else I need to say about that? And I wish I was there. Because if I was there in that courtroom, the first thing I would have did as a person that was there, I would have just went over to Halyna mama and just hug her and say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Like, she was so devastated, and she got to be quiet and holding her tears and all this so she don't disturb the court and the foolishness that's being unleashed in front of them. So the case got dismissed with prejudice, which means he can never be retried. So they effed up in a big way, and now Halyna's mom does not get to see justice be served in a big way because of their massive F up. So I'm so sorry to all of that. My heart truly goes out to the whole entire family, the whole entire community, all the people that love Halyna. And I said, I'm sorry to Halyna too, because I know she heartbroken because she was the one who said he needed to be held accountable. That's why I knew it was more to the story than we knew when she said he needed to be held accountable. I knew it was way more than we know. And that's why I asked, and she said that he was goofing off and playing around, pulling out again, like, gotcha, like all that stuff. And then the lady that went and did an interview after she quit the day of the dismissal was ruled, she went right over to I don't know where Chris I can't think of his name. Chris Cuomo. I don't know where Chris Cuomo worked for now, but she went over there. So wherever he at, I can't remember what he worked for. So anyway, she went over there and then she started speaking her piece and said why she left and quit and da 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 da. So, but she also said that if they would have been allowed to see the case through, it was evidence there and videos and everything that showed that he was goofing off with the gun. And that's exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. So, y'all, I didn't know that, but now I know that for sure because she said it. But yeah, we'll never know and we'll never get to see that. So that's the sad thing. And I'm so sorry to her family. But let me move on with the next thing that I want to talk about. So let's get into the juicy juice of everything else that I wanted to talk about. Okay. So hold up. Man, I wish I could go back and see what my what my thing says. It's wait a minute, let me see. Wait a minute. I should go on my, you know what? I'm gonna push mute. I'm gonna turn down my volume and see what the pictures, because I kind of need it to be able to see what I'm doing. Yo, so it's like some. So I just found out about this week that Wendy Williams' son, that's who I forgot to put the picture up of, but Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Jr., is suing Ray J because he said he is the reason why his mom is in this horrible state mentally, because he was, I don't know exactly what he said, but whatever it means, I ain't even hear what was the allegations. I already knew that he was the pusher. And I'm gonna tell y'all why in a minute. But so he's suing Ray J because he wanted him to be held accountable, because he says that the reason why Wendy's mental state is in a horrible place is because of Ray J supplying her with drugs. That's what they said. Ooh, forgive me if I can't say that, but I'm going to spell it next time. Drugs. So I don't know if I can say it or not. So supplying her with products. Okay. And so let me see if I can get to my channel so I can just remember all the people I got in the mix so I can see what it's looking like. Okay. So, so, yes. So, Kevin Jr. is saying that Ray J was Wendy's supplier. Okay. So, and this is why Wendy could not stay straight. So also, um, I had already felt that. That's why I already said that right away, because I felt the same way about Whitney Houston. Now, before Whitney lost her life, right, which I believe it was a MURDER. I don't believe that she got on or got high and just passed away in a tub, fell asleep, and then drowned in the tub. I don't believe that. Like, and a man that investigated it, I think he called a pathologist. He said that it's no way that Whitney could have been in this boiling hot water when they found her and been able to sit in it. So it was boiling hot water when they got there. That means that somebody, because Whitney had already supposedly had passed away for like a long time, probably like anywhere between 30 to 30 minutes to an hour or something, because they kept saying this long time that she had been in the bathroom. And that's why her bodyguard had decided to break down the door and check on her, because it was too long of a time. So how, when he went to check on her, it was boiling water? How is that? So I don't know, but somebody did some type of damage control. I don't know what they was doing, but they was doing stuff after Whitney was no longer alive, in my opinion. That's what I noticed. Bobby Brown's sister said she had bruises all over her body. The report says that she had a gash on her lip, like somebody put hands on her. And you know who I'm thinking it is, her pusher. Y'all heard who I said the pusher is, right? Okay. Pusher RJ. Okay. So anyway, allegedly, everything is allegedly. That's why I got a copyright disclaimer underneath here to protect me. Okay. And I got everything is allegedly right down there. So y'all can't say I'm reaching. So anyway, but yeah. So what was I saying about him? Oh, so you know who I think put hands on her. They said she had a gash on her lip, another scar on her face, something about her arm, and maybe on the neck. Did they say on her neck? wait a minute. Yes, on her neck. So it's a chance that somebody put hands on her and took her breath away. But what I do know is, and I asked, now I asked the ancestors, did they find water in her lungs? They said no. So she did not drown. Another thing that I remember is they were saying a crystal-like substance was found next to her bed. And I thought, and I've mentioned this before on my channel, y'all might not remember, but I never, ever, 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 ever in my long-legged life, I never liked Ray J because I feel like, first of all, I feel like he a clout chaser. He an opportunist. He's so thirsty for 15 minutes of fame. He'd do anything for that. And he's so thirsty to be in them circles. He'd do anything for that. And that's what I felt like he was the person that was tainting Whitney Houston and her sobriety struggle. Because when I seen them together when she was alive, I remember telling I think I was telling my mama. I don't know, because I think it was my mama because my mama watched like gossip shows. She loved like not entertainment tonight. What's it called? Um like Inside Edition, when Hard Copy used to come on, like those type of shows. She liked them type of shows. So that's how I end up seeing them together. And this was right before Whitney was to pass. So they was being seen going places together. And I said, I don't like him when he around. I feel like he her pusher. I said this. This is before Whitney was gone. So then they said that, and I also said I would not be surprised um if she if he got her hooked on meth. I don't know if I can say meth. Can I say meth? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he got her hooked on meth because I feel like it's something about meth that they hold their mouth a certain way. And I don't even know what I mean by that, but when I see it, I know it. I've never done any hard drugs, but for some reason, I always know what people be on. I really do. Like I could just look at somebody and be like, he on coke, whatever, Coca-Cola. I'd be like, he on that Coca-Cola. I'd be like, he's on that. And they'll be like, how you know? I'm like, I don't know. He got that look. Like, and I don't even know what I mean. How do I know what is the look? Or I don't know. I just be knowing. And I don't even know because I've never even experimented with these things to know what they're supposed to look like. And I never hung in those crowds to know what they're supposed to look like. So I just be knowing. I don't know. So anyway, let me get back to what I was saying about. Hold up. Let me look at this to make sure that I ain't forget nothing. Because when I got like a photographical memory. So when I see stuff, it jogs my memory. So I said, yeah, they said she was found with a crystal-like substance next to the bathtub. Okay. So it's a chance that her bodyguard tried to revive her, but I don't know that. He could have tried to pull her out. I don't know that. The bodyguard know who was the last people to be with her, and I guarantee you it was RJ. Okay, I guarantee you it was her pusher, and he kept trying to. So also, a lot of y'all might not have seen this, but when Whitney was alive, it was the last few days that Whitney was alive. So, Ray J goes on to this show. I don't know if it was The Insider or if it was Entertainment Tonight, but I remember he does. The only reason why I say it could be The Insider is because Kevin Frazier took over as the host of The Insider when that guy pat somebody, when Pat, I forgot his name, Pat, and he's like, hey, everybody, like he talk like that, and he got glasses, and his nose always on stop, and he got in trouble for saying, let's go get some hookers. I'm gonna say hookers. Let's go get some hookers and let's go get some cocaine. Okay, so that's what he got in trouble. He was caught on tape trying to tell somebody to go do that with him. I don't know. I think it was a woman he was talking to. He crazy as ever. But anyway, he had got suspended and then later fired for that. So that would be why it could have been the insider, but it also could have been Entertainment Tonight because Kevin is now the host of Entertainment Tonight. So I just remember back then, before Whitney passed, it was a few days. At the most, it was a week. I don't even think it was a week, but at the most, it was a week before. So he went on this show getting a one-on-one interview. Um, Come to find out, I went and refreshed myself on, and come to find out, he was supposed to be trying to sell a book. But what I remember is he was trying to attach himself to Whitney Houston because that's what he do. He a clout chaser. He attach himself to anybody he can to try to seem relevant. And that's really all he care about. Even though he got all this money, which I don't understand how the man broke. They talking about he broke. How you broke when you just said did like tens of millions of dollars in deals and sales with these companies? You must have made some horrible bad investments to be broke. I can't believe he broke. That gotta be wrong. It gotta be like some business move, like he filing for some type of bankruptcy just to cover himself or something. I don't know. I just can't believe that he would be broke after all that money he made off them scooty bags and uh speakers or headphones or whatever else he had. There's no way in the world. That's crazy if he broke. He's crazy if he broke. So anyway, so I forgot what I was trying to say now. I started talking about him going broke. Um, Dang it. I don't remember. What was I saying about Ray J? Oh, that he kept trying to attach himself to Whitney Houston on this show, on this interview. Like at first, he started off like he trying to be "Mom is the word," but you wouldn't have came on there. You knew that this man was going to ask you about that, and when he did, but he did handle it like at first, like he was going to try to keep that to the side, but the things he said afterwards, it was like he was trying to attach himself. It's like a backhanded, whatever. Like, I ain't gonna say backhanded compliment, but it's just like for 1 second he was trying to go this way, but he ended up going that way instead. So it's like one of those situations. So he really ended up trying to attach himself to Whitney Houston. Then he started talking about Kim Kardashian. Well, talking about KK. But then he started talking about Kim Kardashian and all this stuff. Like another person he tried to attach himself to and tried to ruin her life. And then you wonder why you don't have another chance with her. Because she would never ruin her life because you was a scumbag that tried to attach yourself to this woman and tried to make a name off of releasing a sex tape on her. That was the worst. To me, that is the worst moment of Kim life to me. Well, it was until she didn't marry Kanye, and now the things that he be saying now, she cannot. Poor thing. Yo, it really be effing her up about him and his sickness, but you gotta let him be who he is. Y'all not together no more. You can't control what he say, and you don't have to do damage control for what he say. I know it bothers her, but it's not her, no longer her concern. For real, for real. As long as he ain't hurting the babies, as long as he doing right by them, that's all you could be worried about. Don't worry about what he got to say to the public. That don't have nothing to do with you. And you and what I would do every time he say something crazy, I would release a statement. This has no way, no shape or form is anyway in any way related to the views of Kim Kardashian and the Kardashian. Like I would do it like that. That's how I protect myself. So anyway, yeah, but he was trying to attach himself to Whitney Houston a long time ago. I never liked this man. So this is why I totally believe what so little Kevin is trying to sue him, hold him civilly liable, and that might be why he trying to claim he broke. Because he knew of this lawsuit before it happened. So he might be trying to civilly sue him and and he might be trying to criminally prosecute him. So I ain't gonna say he don't deserve it because he been to many pushers. Why is you close to these big names like this? And when they going down, 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 every time they going down, here's your face, smiling and cheesing, trying to be seen with them, looking for your 15 seconds or minutes or whatever you want to say of fame. That shit is crazy. And you gotta have some type of moral ground somewhere. I remember at a time he was trying to live off the sex tape stuff. Like he was trying to be known as that type of guy. I remember one of the girls from 702. I hope it wasn't the girl that passed away. I gotta look up and see how she passed away. I still didn't see how she passed away. When I was looking at the BET Awards, I seen that the light skinned girl from 702 passed away. I don't know if that's the girl that was on the phone with Ray J when he called in to, I don't know where he called into. Was it Power 99? Was it Wendy Williams? Was it? I don't remember who it was. I don't even know. It could have been a man's show. I don't know. I don't know. But I just remember he called in and the girl from 702 was in the background in the bed with him or something like that. And then he talking about he gonna make a tape with her and all it like he is so whack. I do not like him. Like I don't like nothing about him. And he don't give a damn who he attach himself to, just as long as it get him somewhere. He thinks that those little 15 minutes of fame is worth it. Whatever he does, he think is all worth it. Just to be seen in these circles, or just to be seen next to this person, or just to be seen next to that person. So yeah. But anyway, I believe the total truth about it. I believe it's the truth, what is being said. I hope that but the thing another thing is Kevin Jr. don't have no room to talk. You ain't done right by your mama either. Like don't act like you give a damn what's going on with your mama because you hoping that you are in charge. That's the reason why he probably mad and suing about his mom because now you cannot finesse your mom out of the money that you used to finesse your mom about. Now you got to go through a third party. So you can't just finesse your mom. You got to finesse your mom and that other person. So I think that's poetic justice for her because everybody that was around her did not have her best interest. And they keep trying to say, oh, this conservatorship or whatever it's called, that this person is no good and this and that. No, I think y'all the ones. Why y'all so pressed about it? I mean, if y'all doing right by her, why do y'all care? That person, that conservator cannot spend her money. She got to come account for every penny spent by her. She got to put it down, document it, okay, and show it to the courts every so often. So she can't F up the money. Y'all can though. So that's all I'm saying. So I'm glad that somebody trying to look out for her. It's such a shame. If I don't know if she's really in dementia stage. I know that's what they said, but I don't know if she's really in dementia stage. There's a chance that she could have been still doing what she was doing from her pusher at that time, and they just diagnosed it as dementia, but she could have been messed up mentally from being on that substance. You know what I'm saying? And then they said somebody had made a statement. I don't remember if it was Big Kevin or Little Kevin, but they kept saying whenever Wendy get herself together, that here comes Ray J with some new substance. This is what they said, right? And when they said new substance, you know what I thought, meth, because that's what I thought with Whitney. And the crazy thing is, I didn't, I don't know, I wasn't well versed enough to know that. It's just something about the way that people that do meth hold their mouth is the reason why I believe it's that. I don't know if it was that, but I didn't see Wendy hold her mouth a certain way. But when I think him, I think meth because of what they said they found next to Whitney. So he not only got her back on substances, now he got her on a whole new substance that got her just because you too lazy to find some quality whatever that she wanted. You too lazy to do that. You want to get her hooked on this new shit and have her losing her mind over it. And then I really believe that he the person that put hands on her before she was either put. I believe somebody put her in that tub after she expired. If you understand what I mean. So, ooh, the ancestors saying that's right. I think somebody put her there to try to set a scene, to try to tell a story. I think somebody put her there. They saying it's right. Yo, y'all would never believe me. So today I was watching something that was telling me about Kevin, and the crazy thing about what Kevin is about the details about Kevin trying to sue Ray J and says that he's responsible for getting his mom back on substances. So when I was watching it, I told y'all that I believe that my most powerful gift is clairvoyance, which is the ability to see beyond the physical realm and see into people's spirit or see into the spirit of things, people, situations, and things. I might have messed up. People, places, things, and situations. So, so but God tells me that my most powerful gift is clairsentience. And when I go to ask the ancestors in detail, what do they mean by that? I'll be like, what y'all be trying to test me? And they say, yeah. I say, have I ever not felt anything that y'all sent my way? They say no. Like, because all of a sudden I was like, when I was watching the thing about Kevin, and then they brought up something about Whitney Houston, but I had already said the whole time when it first started, the piece, I said something about Whitney. I like, I believe it, just like he did Whitney, just like he did Whitney with that meth. And it is, and then and I was just saying, I said, I've been saying that's his pusher. That was her pusher. I've been saying that, and all I kept saying is right. So then they actually said something about Whitney. Now, I don't know if this was before or after they said something about Whitney, but I literally I almost feel like somebody touched my arm to like stop me from moving around because I was getting my breakfast, like, and I felt like somebody touched my arm to stop me from moving around, like they wanted me to stop and pay attention to what was being said. And I was moving around and I was paying attention even though I was moving around, but I felt like somebody wanted to stop me so I could really focus on what was being said. I swear that was Whitney Houston. I don't care what nobody say. I swear it was. They said it was. I swear it was. And it was it wasn't like somebody was grabbing me. You know how your mama grip you up like, come here, come here. Not like that. But it was like somebody stopped me in my tracks, but they like it was kind of a gentle, but at the same time, firm enough for me to take notice that somebody is touching me. Supposed to be grabbing me, but not strongly where I feel threatened. But they wanted me to stop and pay attention. I understood what they wanted when they did it. And I believe it was Whitney. Yep. I call her Aunt Whitney because she looked just like my aunt and she looked just like my grandmother. Okay. When she got older, she looked like my grandmother. And but she looked just like my aunt when she was younger. Like, yep, she looked like she belonged in my family. That's why I call her Aunt Whitney. I didn't know if she was there listening to me or not. I didn't give a damn. She's still my family to me because she looked like my family, for real. She probably looked like my mom too, but I can't see past my mom being my mom to even see if she looks like my mom. You know what I mean by that? You know your mom like the back of your hand. So if somebody was like, yo, she look just like your mom, you would be like, no, she don't. She don't look like my mom. So I would never see it, even if she did. But I know I seen it in my aunt and my grandmother. So, yep. But yeah. So, hopefully Kevin Jr. gets justice. Hopefully Kevin Jr. I'm rooting for him in that. Now, I'm not rooting for him to get control of his mama money. Don't get it effed up, because I don't trust his ass as far as I can see him either. I don't trust him. I don't trust him, his father, none of them. Nobody around him. Well, the only person that I would trust is the daddy, but I don't think the daddy wits is all the way there because he's getting older and older. He's probably about 90. He might have all his wits, but he might not. And so then the family will start going after him to take advantage of him to try to get to the money. So, yeah, that's the only person I trust is the daddy. And the daddy, though, he don't have his wits about him, so I wouldn't put him in charge of her money. So I'm glad it's a conservatorship in place. I'm glad somebody policing her money so that she can still have money. So the day that she leaves this earth, okay? Because if you leave it up to these people, the way that little boy was spending that money like that set off them alarms that made the conservatorship come into play was ridiculous. So I'm just saying. So yeah, but did I touch on anything? Oh, and this girl, and it all came from this girl named Stunner Girl. She the first person that said something about Ray J supposedly supplying Wendy, supplying her with substances, trying to keep her down instead of trying to help her get it together. And she was saying it because she must used to work with him or work for him, and she felt like he wasn't paying her. And so since he ain't pay her right, and since he don't treat women right, she just decided to out him this day. And Kevin Jr., there must have been a little incentive that he needed to sue him. And that's what happened. So I hope justice is served in that situation. May God make sure the truth prevails, and may God make sure justice is served. And I don't know how, but I'm going to pray for the same thing for Halyna Hutchins. I pray that justice is served for her in one way or another. I'm just going to leave it like that. I ain't saying nothing in specific, but God has the final say. And I believe that God is going to make sure Alec Baldwin gets the karma that he deserves. Period. And hold up. And the prosecutor get the karma that she deserves. And the defense attorney, if he did set this whole thing up as a narrative and convince that man to bring in evidence that don't have nothing to do with the Rust set, and then did all that to make it be like to later be able to claim a dismissal. If that's really true that he did that, then let justice be. Oh, that is true. They saying that is true. But let justice be served on his ass too. Because God, you can't dip God karma. Okay, your arms too short to box with God. I can't remember what rappers say that. That's one of my favorite songs, but I cannot remember it's like a real lyrical rapper, like either like Most Def, like Talib Kweli, like Pharaoh Monch, like maybe Common, but I don't know if it's Common. I just remember that. They're like, your arms too short to box with God. It could, I don't think it's Pat Bruce, but it could be. I don't think so though. So anyway, but yeah, like I said, your arms too short to box with God. You can't dip God's karma. You can't be God. Okay. So with that being said, I guess that's it, and that's all. I think I touched on everything I'm supposed to be touched on. Is there anything else that I missed? Nope. Okay. So thank you for the people that came and dropped by. I appreciate your presence. Let me change this real quick. Let me change this real quick. Okay, if you would like to contribute to the channel, all donations are appreciated, no matter how big, no matter how small. The cash app is scrolling across the bottom. Also, if you would like to contact me for any reason, or if you would like to book a reading with me, I do divine ride readings. You will hear my ancestors going on. You will hear God and the ancestors going off as we were speaking the whole time, because they was in an uproar about both of these subjects. So um, and I think for a while it was Halyna Hutchins, and for a while I believe it was Auntie Whitney Houston as well. So anyway, you hear this. So if you would like to book a reading, I do divine rod readings in which you can communicate with your lost ancestors, or well, not lost, transitioned ancestors, because nobody is lost, and nobody dies. There's no such thing as death. The spirit always lives. It moves on. So anyway, I do those type of readings. I also get you truthful answers on from the rods. It depends if you wanted to know about something. It's like I answer questions with these. I also do oracle card readings. I also do numerology readings. That is like the breakdown of the numbers of the time, like the days that you was born, so say your birthday is today, say it was 7/13 and whatever, I will break down your numbers to tell you what I know about you and about you as a whole person, and about the breakdown of you as a person. And it's surprisingly accurate. Numerology is as accurate, if not more accurate, than astrology. And I also do name readings. That one is more accurate than everything. So I had tested that out. So anyway, I do name readings. That's the cheapest one. I also do astrology readings too. So if you're interested in a reading or booking a reading, you can hit me up on my email. It's listed in the description box. If you're just interested in contacting me for any reason, you can hit me up on the email. It's listed in the description box. So thank you for whoever showed up. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your presence. And hey, Jalen, hey, what in the world? How you doing? How you been? Where you been? So yeah, I seen you. The last thing you did was about I forgot. It's about somebody dying. I can't remember which one. I can't remember which one because there's so many rappers that be getting knocked off like that on a regular basis. I just don't even know. So, but yeah, thank you for busting it up with me, and thank you for coming out. I appreciate your presence. So, thank you to everybody who pulled up, even if it was for a short while. I appreciate your presence. Please, whoever watches this later, please like and sub to the channel. Your presence is appreciated and it's free. And thank you, y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all pulling up. And I guess that's it. And that's all. I love y'all. Mwah. Peace.